Hey guys, I hope you're all well. I'm so excited for this video. This is going to be the first of a number of videos of me trying different diets for a full week. I've always been interested and quite frankly amazed by how many different diets there are, different ways to eat, and how one person might really love a diet and the next person really dislikes it. I think it's so fascinating. The first diet that I'm going to try is the vegan diet. Firstly, I know a lot of vegans. I have friends that are vegans, and so I've heard a lot about it. And quite frankly, I've always wanted to try it. So that's going to be the first one. And then in the coming weeks, I'm going to be trying many more. I'm going to track the meals that I eat, the macros that I eat, how I feel, the health, the energy that I have, the cost of food at the supermarkets and at the restaurants, with as much detail as I possibly can to share with you guys. One small snag in this experiment was that 3 days into me being a vegan, the Nevada governor loosened the laws on tennis. And so I was able to go back to work, which meant I had to all of a sudden do this needing a lot of energy, which made me a little nervous. I had to make some adjustments with the meal plan so that the snacks were a little bit more manageable to carry around throughout the day. But it didn't stop me. The week was done. I'm at the end of it now, and I want to go back and show you guys how the week went. I wanted to make sure that I had the macros and the meal plan planned out, so I wasn't stuck for ideas on what to eat and then making bad decisions on the fly. So I did some extensive research. Vegan.com was a huge help. I learned that some of the vegan diets have deficiencies with things such as vitamin B12s, vitamin Ds, calcium, magnesium, and omega-3. So I wanted to make sure that I took the right supplements to make sure that I didn't experience that. And in addition, I had the help of a nutritionist because one of my major concerns was not getting in enough protein. So they helped me write out a nutrition plan so that there was enough protein. It was pretty high in carbs and the calories are pretty high, but I was okay with that because another concern was losing weight doing this. So I felt with the higher calories, keeping the protein levels pretty high and the carbohydrates, that weight loss wouldn't be a problem. In addition, another concern was energy throughout the day, mainly to work out. Later on, it turned into energy for working, but that again was another concern. So with the higher levels of calories, carbohydrates, I knew that that wasn't going to be a problem. Here you can see the meal plan. It's divided over 5 different meals and the macros are at the bottom of the screen. Next, it was time to go to the grocery store and pick up the essentials that I needed for the diet. I decided to head to Sprouts. They had all of the things that was on my meal plan and a wide variety of different nut butter. They had extra things that I picked up which I thought would make for good snacks. They had a wide variety of nuts and also seeds, which I read were a really integral part of any quality vegan diet. $140? This vegan diet better make me ripped. The guy in Sprouts was really helpful in showing me the different options with the supplements. So these are ones that I decided to go for based on what he recommended, and then also on vegan.com. Also, like I said earlier, picked up some seaweed and some edamame just for easy to go snacks. The meals themselves were okay. One of my favorites was the oatmeal mixed with almond butter and apples. That was probably the most satisfying. And then the tofu I used a lot to replace animal products that I'd usually eat with most of my meals. I was eager to find out how it felt when I worked out, if I still had the same amount of energy that I did on my regular diet. And it wasn't bad. I think I'd have a much better idea about this if I tried the diet for longer, but the energy was pretty good. I did notice that I wasn't able to do quite the same reps and weight as before, but that could be for any number of reasons such as hydration or sleep. Yes. Just joking. tonight is tempeh with pinto beans and quinoa. The tempeh has pretty good protein content, which is one of my concerns with doing this, is getting enough protein. So the tempeh is a pretty good source of protein with the quinoa and the pinto beans. Let's see how it tastes. Okay, let's see what we got. It's okay. It's a bit chewy, tastes a bit spongy. Now I'm sure you could cook it in a way which makes it taste better. I sauteed it with garlic, salt and pepper, and olive oil. So it's fine. There are definitely more creative ways to make it, I'm sure, which I'm gonna look into so the rest of the week it's not so boring. The lunch at Hummus the other day was much more satisfying. So, however, it's not all that bad. It's decent. The quinoa's fine. The pinto beans are fine. Just don't get that feeling like I'm really enjoying dinner, but not bad. Q&A over the vegan lifestyle with Harper Tucker.
How was your energy? Any noticeable changes in the first few days?
Well, one of the biggest differences I found was that the headaches. So after one day, the headaches were pretty severe. And I felt like if it was going to continue like that, it would be tough to carry on. After the first day, the second day then got a little better. And each day after that, the headache got a little bit better. Another thing I would say was the bloatiness I would feel. And I read some articles that with so much fiber in the diet, it's very common that you can get quite bloaty after meals and gassy. So I had all of those side effects in the first few days, and then after a while it got a little bit better. In terms of energy, it wasn't bad, but I definitely noticed it when I went back to work and was on the court a lot, and it's pretty warm outside. Then I felt my energy wasn't great, but before that it was okay.
Okay. How did you feel when working out?
Working out was, again, it wasn't as good, but it wasn't that bad either. I think it's something I could definitely get used to. Most of the workouts, if not all right now, are home workouts, at the very best using some light dumbbells. So the workouts were not that bad, but I could definitely tell a little lower energy than usual.
How was meal prep?
Meal prep was quite a challenge. Usually I do a meal prep company, but with the vegan lifestyle being for a week, I did it all on my own. It wasn't that much of an issue when I was at home, but then when I went to work, I had to adjust and make some more easier snacks to take with me and to eat on the go. So the sesame seeds helped a lot. I would take tofu in the morning that was cooked. I also had edamame on hand and seaweed. So those were emergency snacks when it wasn't that easy to get in a full meal.
Mm-hmm. It's more expensive to shop?
Definitely. That was one of the first things I noticed. The first time I went to the store, I came out of Sprouts with 2 or 3 bags and the bill was $140. So it was definitely more expensive. And I noticed that I had to go to the store a few times during the week to top up on the food. It's a phenomenon that the healthier the food, it tends to be a little bit more expensive of a grocery bill.
What restaurants did you eat from?
Obviously, with the current situation, with the restaurants being closed, I couldn't go and sit down anywhere, but places that had to-go food which helped were Chipotle with their sofritas. Hummus in Henderson, a huge shout out. I really enjoyed the vegan falafel that they had on their bowls. And besides that, food from the supermarkets, Whole Foods, Sprouts were my go-to during the week.
Would you eat vegan again?
It's a good question. I think the reasons why people would do vegan, obviously there's the not wanting to eat animal products, and I understand that. And when I thought about the amount of food from animals that we eat, it did definitely get me thinking. I also think some people do it for the way they feel, but I already had a pretty healthy diet beforehand, so I didn't really notice a big improvement on the way I felt, because I always feel fairly good. I definitely can see myself eating vegan meals, maybe meals here and there without meat, but overall, I don't think it's the lifestyle for me.
Thank you for watching this video. Please like the video, leave a comment, and give it a big thumbs up and subscribe.